my son was old enough to talk and to listen, I've been telling him, that, and I've been showing practical examples. You see your mom, you see your grandmom, you see your sister, you must respect women. Whether you're close to them, whether you know them, you will meet women in all forms and in all walks of life. Wherever you go, you meet women. You meet them as colleagues, you will meet them as friends, you will meet them as neighbors, you will meet them as church members. You need to respect and protect them.
It's their duty. I think they actually fell in protecting women. You take your alpha male in the opposite direction,
and you forget
an alpha male is supposed to be a protector, a provider. You're supposed to be a covering for the woman. You're an alpha male in quotes. Your alpha is
not just egocentric. Chivalry is dead. Chivalry.
Another thing that bothers me is this bullying of a thing that happens. They release these children into the society and they bully other children, and they don't say anything wrong with it. You cannot call your child to order, no, this is wrong. And this child that was badly raised will go into the school compound, go into the church premises, go into the neighbor's house and become a terror to other children. And they will still go back home. The parents will smile at it and like, oh, you're raising a soldier or something.
Yeah, those strong man. But these children, their parents are troublemakers.
Yes.
They are troublemakers in their compounds, in their vicinities. Yes. They are always fighting. Yes. And then they don't fight alone. They have little children. They are going back to tell them, come out, go and beat that woman's son. Don't greet that woman, don't talk to that woman again. And they turn the children to bullies.
Do you see a challenge that was up one time on social media? This challenge happened that mothers just go to their children and be like, is this son, the daughter, you have to come and fight. I watched so many reactions from these innocent children being roped into this game called life. These children go as far, some of them will charge, where's the person? Let me go and get my shoes. They want to go and fight. I will actually have the peaceful one that will be like, no, it's not okay to fight. We shouldn't fight back. But why do you need to fight? Exactly. So I saw a lot of upbringing in
you mentioned play now. Yeah. You see them and they come together. Mm-hmm. And then those ones see a different side.
Yes.
See, this is where the problem is. And then these children go to boarding schools and interact with the children.
Exactly.
And then that thing, it's either they break them, they change them, or they stand their ground.
This is why, as a mom, as a dad, you cannot relent. Whether your child is in a boarding school or a day school, it's of no significance. The thing is, they still come together. You know that as your child is going to school, it's going to meet other children from all walks of life. I'm not saying some parents are not trying, but we know the truth that some of these parents don't really have time for their kids. I mean, having a child is a lot of work. You have to be on your toes a lot. Like, anytime I'm speaking with the kids, I'm reminding them that you must choose dialogue over violence. But then, you can't be a pushover too. Like, you know when to protect yourself.
That's what I say. Know when to hold on. Know when to hold on. Know when to run away.
Know when to run.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like just said, we need to teach our children that what retreating is not a sign of
weakness.
It's not a sign of weakness. So I'm always telling my kids, telling them that violence is not an option. Be at peace. The fact that you walk away from a situation doesn't make you the weaker person. You've actually saved yourself a whole lot of problems. When it becomes chaotic, becomes violent, becomes heated, you walk away. I'm saying that especially to my son, and I'm so thankful that he's learned, he's mastered. The calmness is mastered sometimes. It scares me sometimes that he can just he can be so calm. So I've told him, I started by telling him that it's not okay to hit your sisters, because that's where it starts from.
That's where it starts.
If you allow him to hit his sisters, he will take it outside.
Take it out.
It's not okay to hit your sister. Do not hit them. You're supposed to be protecting them. Don't hit them. And I told him personally, if you get married and you mistreat someone's daughter, I will be your worst nightmare. Why? Because I didn't know violence growing up. My father was all about protecting the female and making sure the male child comes out well. I check my family, I check my siblings, how they behave, and I can see that there's this. They were very intentional about how they raised us. And I'm very intentional about how I'm raising my children, because I know they are going to meet other people. And I always pray that God, I've done so much here. You've done so much for me also. Please align them with people of same values, of like minds. Because you cannot raise a good person, a good human, a kind human, a considerate human, and the person now ends up with an abusive, narcissist, toxic person.
They will damage
the goodness in this person. Take it from me,
it's where you have to even intentional about spending it out for them. And this is what narcissist looks like. This is what they look like. Because yes,
practical example.
Yes, you keep them, you let them know. And once the person starts doing like this, once the person starts doing like this, step up. Without warning. Another level.
Yes.
These people come with a lot of emotional, when they are coming around.
Oh, they are very manipulative.
Very manipulative.
Very manipulative.
And then pretentious.
Parents need to know that it's okay for your daughter to come back home. We need to know that it's okay for her to come back home alive. Don't say don't prioritize your position more than your child's life.
You see, where I come from, I'm Efik. An Efik dad raises his daughter to know that she will always have a home in his house. The day an Efik daughter is getting married, her father will tell her husband, I'm not selling my daughter off to you. You see this house, my daughter's room will always be here until the day she goes home and dies. If you raise your hands on my daughter and come to take her back, you are not allowed to raise your hands on my daughter. Oh, I'm not selling my daughter. Any day she decides that she's not being treated well, I will accept her with open arms. That's an effort father for you. That is why people say that if women are not encouraged to stay in their marital home, that is not true. Never happens in an effort home where a daughter will come and the father will be like, go back to your matrimonial home. No, it's unheard of. That's why some effort women, you see them, they'll be married like 2 times. because
they always have they
don't take and they don't take abuse. You see very few, except those ones that are not. They don't take kindly to abuse.
Is that encourage them to actually not?
No, it doesn't. I know a lot of ethnic women that have good homes that have been married for 40 years and above. People tend to take a lot of things out of context. The subject here is to not mistreat my daughter just because you're marrying her. I will always be here to protect her, which also
they should know that it's okay to come back home.
Come back home, that is the point.
Okay, where does the male child fit into the house chore aspect of the home? Because I've seen the same concentration being being focused on the female child. You wash, you clean, you cook, you go to the market. Where does the male child come in all of this? Because it's now beginning to look like the house chore is the female child, the girl child being. So our boys are not supposed to clean, are not supposed to cook, are not supposed to clean up after themselves, are not supposed to do dishes, do laundry. So Grandma didn't actually grow up with boys because she didn't have brothers.
Well, like I said earlier, when I talked about things I saw in various homes, you know, you cannot expect only a girl child to keep cleaning up after her brothers, her cousins. Your son, as you're supposed to share chores in the home. Like what I do in Mondays, my son cooks. He cooks for the whole house. And he started cooking simple meals at the age of 7, 8. Was already making noodles for himself. Because I cook for a living and I'm always busy. So I started teaching them how to cook simple, basic meals. And he took, a particular liking for cooking. Unlike the girl child that doesn't even like kitchen at all. So what I'm saying is, I have always divided chores. When they are home on Mondays, D is the boy. He cleans, he cooks, does dishes. Tuesday, then he take over. He will do what she's supposed to do, fix wakey and lunch, and I'll fix dinner. So everybody knows
something.
Yeah, sometimes when they don't have so much time to spend at home, I just, I tell the, okay, you take care of the room and the sitting room, and you take care of the kitchen and the corridor. I will do the cooking. You don't do so much work. It all boils down to, dividing chores and not prioritizing one child over the other. It is nobody's duty to do the chores alone. I mean, we all get hungry. You see, when you see a well-raised man in his own home, you will want to appreciate his mom and his dad for raising him well.
An amazing human.
Yes, you see these men, they are amazing on all levels.
I have a few of them as friends.
I do too. Yeah. I see these men and it gives me so much joy, and I'm like, God, this is exactly who I am.
And even translating to how they relate with other people, friends, translating to how they treat women.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a man that treats a woman right, you know that he was raised by the queen.
Mm-hmm.
And a king, yeah.
Because I'm sorry for interrupting, because a son's first mentor is his father, whether we like it or not. He's watching your every move, how you treat his mother, how you treat his sisters, how you talk to people. He's watching you. So it's not as much as what you say that matters. You might talk to them and they will not listen, but you see what you do. It's a very, very fast lesson for them. Because when they live there and they are with their friends or neighbors, what you did will come into play, and they want to be your son, whether you like it or not. Your son wants to be like you as a father. Your son wants to be like you. So a son, his father is everything. His father is his hero, his father is his teacher, his father is his counselor, and his father can never do anything. It's true. So this is why it is very important for you to teach your son from example. You want your son to do chores, help your wife. You guys, you're struggling to go to church on a Sunday, and your wife is always late because she has to prepare the kids.
She prepares food, she prepares the man. Oh my goodness, it's a crazy cycle, and this is what we need. We are out here to try to impact on people, that as you're spending that much time on your female child, please do same to your male child as well, because they are equally important, and both of them are going to give back into the society. Whatever it is you pour into any of them, pour into your female child, pour into your male child, they are giving it back to the society and maybe back to you. So parents, let's be very intentional, very, very intentional in raising our children. I say I didn't specify male or female right now. It's very intentional about raising your children. Your old age depends on it. Another person's life depends on it. The society depends on it. Generations depends on how to raise these individuals.